Now, like I said, we'll be doing 1 or 2 subtraction problems. So let's start. Here I have given you a simple one, 7 by 9 minus 5 by 9. So, like I said, the steps are same as addition. Only thing is you will be subtracting. Okay. So 9 is the common denominator. Numerators are 7 and 5. So 7 minus 5 divided by the common denominator, that is 9. So you have 2 by 9 as the answer. So since the answer is proper and also you cannot simplify, this itself is your final answer. Okay. Now look into the next one. The next one is 7 1 by 20 minus 4 2 by 20. So this is 20 into 7 is what? 140. Is it not? 140 plus 1, 141 divided by 20 minus 20 into 4 is 80. 80 plus 2 is 82. I hope you are with me. Do it in your books simultaneously, children. So, in addition, we were adding the numerators. In subtraction, we will subtract the numerators. So, what is the common denominator? Do you think we have to sit and find the LCM? Not necessary, is it not? Because 20 itself is your common denominator. So, 141 minus 82. What is that? 141 minus 82 is 59 by 20. As you all can see, 59 and 20 cannot be simplified. So all we can do is put them in mixed form. So 22's 40. Children, I hope you know how to convert into mixed form. Divide it. 20 2's is 40. We are left with 19 by 20. Check your answer. 2, 19 by 20. Okay. Now look at the third problem. Here again you can convert this into improper form. 5, 6, 30 and 35 by 6 minus 4 2's 8 plus 1 9 by 4. Okay? Yes? Now, do we have common denominator here? We do not, is it not? So, what we can do now is convert 6 and 4 to their common multiple. Okay? Now, since some cases you cannot guess, you can do your LCM in your working column. Okay? We have 6 and 4. It's easy to guess, of course, but even if you find out the LCM, no harm. So 2 3's and we have 2 2's. These two are co-primes, children. So you can as well multiply all the 3 or you can bring it down to 1. 3 1's and bring down 2 as it is. 1 and 1. Okay. So 2 into 3 is what? 6. 6 into 2 is 12. So 12 is the least common multiple or LCM. So 12 itself is the common denominator now. Okay. Now since 12 is common denominator, we have to convert both 6 and 4 to 12. Is it not? So let's see how that's done. So what's the equivalent fraction? 6 into what is 12? Yes. 6 into 2 is 12. And what is 35 into 2? Yes. Come on, right? It is 70. Is it not? Next. 4 into 3 is 12. 9 into 3 is 27. Agreed? So 70 minus 27, subtract children. You have 10 minus 7 is 3 and 6 minus 2 is 4 divided by 12. Now again you can see here, try to simplify. If you cannot, you have no choice. You have to convert it into mixed form. So 12, if you want, you can divide also, but even without dividing, if you can guess, that's fine too. So 12 3s 36. You are left with 7 by 12. Clear? Check your answers. So it's similar to addition. Only thing is we subtract the numerators. The rest is all same. Finding LCM is same, simplification is same, conversion into mixed form is also same. Okay. Now here we have one mixed operation. That is both addition and subtraction we have. Let's see how to do this. Yes, start doing, children. Have you converted? Yes. So we have 16 by 3. Check. 15 2s 30 plus 2 32 by 15 minus 5 3s 15 plus 3 18 by 5. Please check. We have 16, 32 and 18. Now, most of you would have guessed what the LCM is. For those who cannot guess, we have this finding LCM method. Please find. Now, as you all can see, 15 is a multiple of 3 and 5. So, LCM is 15. LCM of 3, 5 and 15 is 15 itself. Okay, children. Yeah. So now 15 is our common denominator. Let's convert all the numerators also, because we are changing these two denominators to 15. So we have to change the numerators also. Many children forget, they convert the denominators but they forget to convert the numerators. Please do not make that mistake. So here we have 3 into 5, 15. What is 16 into 5? It is 80. Agreed? Next, 15, already this is 15. So we don't have to do anything. We can either leave or simply for your reference you can write it as into 1. So this is 32 minus 5 into 3 is 15. 18 into 3 is 54. Like I said, children, you can do as directed. That is, these are directed numbers. So 80 plus 32 minus 54. Please work it out and tell me the answer. Write the answer in your books. Yes, it is 58 by 50. How? This is 112, is it not? 112 minus 54. 112 minus 54 gives you 58. You can work it out in your working column. Now, 58 is not prime. 15 is not prime also. But they are co-primes because they don't have anything common. So, all you can do is put them in mixed form. Okay. So, 15 3s 45. We are left with 13 by 50. Here also you can check, children. In case you miss out here, you can check here also. In case they are not co-primes, you can do the simplification here also. It's allowed. For example, suppose I get some answer, say 5, 6 by 10. So you realize after converting you have realized. Okay. So here also you can write 2 3s, 2 5s and write it as 5 3 by 5. This is allowed. Okay children. In case you miss here, you have one more chance to convert it into simpler form. Is that okay? Yeah. Check your answer and copy. Okay. Now let's move on to multiplication of fractions. Okay. I hope you all copied this. Okay, shall we move on? Now we are going to do multiplication of fractions, children. Okay, so multiplication of fractions. Please write the next heading as multiplication of fractions. Now, fractions multiplication, there are different forms. One will be multiplying whole number into fraction. Then you have multiplication of fraction into fraction. Now let's see what the method is. But before that, let me write this. You're going to learn now fraction, product of fraction and a whole number. The first one will be product of a fraction and a whole number. Okay. And a whole number. Okay. So whether it's product of fraction and whole number or whole number and fraction, both are same, because now we all know what commutative properties. Now let's see what it is all about. Okay. Now let me take an example. Let's say we have a square and I've shaded a part of it. Now what do you think is the fraction for this? Yes, draw it in your books and write the fraction, children. Similarly, I have one more square, let us say, and I have shaded one part. Again, I have one more square and I have shaded. Now, have you all written the fraction for these? You would have written 1/4, 1/4 and 1/4. Am I right? So, how do you sum it up? You will write it as 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4. Correct? That is, what have you done? This is nothing but 3 times 1/4. That means you have added 1/4 thrice, 3 times. So I have written 3 into 1/4. Now let's see what happens to this square when we sum it up. So this will become what? Is it not? So 1/4 is here, 1/4 is here, one more is here. Now this has become 3/4. So 3 into 1/4 is 3/4, children. How did we get this? Now this 3, though it's a whole number, it is a fraction also. Can you tell me what the denominator is? Yes, I'm sure many have guessed. The denominator is 1. Is it not? So what we can do is 3 can be written as 3/1. I can write 9 as 9/1. 100 as 100/1. Okay. So we don't write 1 because any number divided by 1 is the number itself. But for our convenience, We have written 3 by 1, and here what the rule is, let me explain. Numerator of the first fraction into numerator of the second fraction. That is 3 into 1 is 3. Next, denominator of the first fraction into denominator of the second fraction. That is 1 into 4 is 4. That's how we got 3 by 4. Please write down the rule. To multiply a fraction by another fraction or whole number, whatever it is, what did I tell you? Even if it's a whole number, you can convert it into a fraction by dividing by 1. So, the first step for that is multiply the numerators. Multiply the numerators. What have we done? We have multiplied the numerators. And then what did we do? We multiplied the denominators. Multiply the denominators. That's what we have done. Denominators. Okay. So, when we multiplied the numerators, we got 3. When we multiplied the denominators, we got 4. That is the basic step, children. But let me explain further how we go about it. That means whenever you look at a two fraction, you do not blindly multiply the numerators and then the denominators. There is some other simpler way I'll explain to you. Please copy this. Done? Okay. Let's take some more examples. Now, suppose I have 4 into 5 by 11. Children, please remember, I can write 4 into 5 by 11 or I can write 5 by 11 into 4. Commutative property, please remember. Okay, it's not wrong to change the order. Okay, now 4 is a whole number, but for your reference, you can write 1. Then follow this rule. Apply the rule. What did we say? It is multiplication of numerators, that is 4 into 5 by multiplication of the denominator, that is 1 into 11. So we have 20 by 11. Children, again, don't stop it here because now you can see this is improper, is it not? So convert it. 11 ones, 9 by 11. 11 ones, 11 plus 9, 20 by 11. Is that clear? Next example. We have 4 2 by 5 into 10. This is a mixed fraction into a whole number. Okay. So, what did I tell you? Fraction into whole number, same rule. But now you see what's happening. So, how do we do this? We convert this into improper form, is it not? So, 5 fours 20 plus 2, 22. Divided by 5 into 10 divided by 1. This I told you, this is not compulsory, children. If you are comfortable writing only 10 and multiplying is also fine. But if you want to write 1 in the denominator, it's fine because you are not actually changing anything here. Now, all of you look at this problem very, very carefully. We have 22 by 5 into 10 by 1, children. So here what we can do is, there is a rule. Now you can cancel. For cancellation, earlier we did in the same numerator and denominator. But in multiplication, we can cancel the denominator of one fraction with the numerator of the next fraction. Or denominator and numerators of the same fraction. Please remember this. But children, listen carefully. You cannot cancel the numerators. Meaning, I cannot cancel 2 5s and 2 11s. No, it's wrong. You have to cancel. You can cancel the numerator and denominator of the same fraction, or numerators and denominator of the different fractions. Okay, but you cannot cancel numerator with numerator or denominator with denominator. Please bear this in mind. Okay, now here 5 1s, 5 2s. Clear? Now what do we have? In the numerator we have 22 into 2. Do you agree? 22 into 2. In the denominator in the numerator we have 22 into 2. In the denominator we have 1 into 1. That is 44 is your answer, because 1 into 1 is 1. Anything divided by 1 is the number itself. Clear? Please make a note. How did we cancel? We can cancel denominator with numerator of a different fraction in multiplication only, children. Okay, suppose I have 4 by 5 plus 10. I cannot cancel this. This is addition. Only in multiplication it is allowed. Please keep that in mind. Okay, yeah. So copy that. Next problem. We have 25 into, say, 3 by 50. Again, pay attention here, children. Here, look at this problem. You can either cancel 3 and 15. What did I tell you? You can cancel numerator and denominator of the same fraction, or denominator with numerator of a different fraction. Please bear this in mind. Now, you can either cancel 15 and 25 with 5, or you can do first 3 1s, 3 5s. It's like a game. You will enjoy cancellation. Okay. Then, again you see, you can still cancel 5 and 25. Is it not? So, now you cancel 5 1s, 5 5s. What did we do? We cancelled first 3 and 15 because they have a common factor, that is 3. So 3 1s 3, 3 5s 15. Still there is 25 which can be cancelled with 5, is it not? So I have written 5 1s, 5 5s. So what are we left with? 5 into 1 is 5, and here 1. Though we have not written, 1 into 1 is 1. So I don't have to write. Even if you write, 5 is the final answer. I hope you understood this, children. This is how we multiply fractions. Okay? Yeah. Please copy. The next part is, let us see if we have the operation of in the problem, how we have to do. So even this is also multiplication. So I hope you've copied. Now fraction as an operator of. That means of. Suppose we have of in our problem. What to do? What does of represent? Children, you all remember last year we learnt what of means. Of represents multiplication. You remember? Of means multiplication. How? Let me give you simple examples. If I ask you, what is half of 100? You will say 50. Is it not? If I ask you, what is quarter of 100? You will say 25. If I ask you, what is 3/4 of 100? Immediately you will say 75. It's easy to guess. Actually, what you are doing here is, when I ask you half of 100, you are actually doing half of means multiplication of represents multiplication sign of 100. So half of 100 is 50. How? 2 ones, 2 50s. Answer is 50. Clear, children? Suppose I ask you quarter of 100. You will write quarter into 100. So how do you do? Actually, you can do 1 into 100, 100 divided by 4. But since you all enjoy cancellation, simplify wherever you can. So 4 ones, 4 25s. Answer is 25. So what is quarter of 100? It's 25. Okay. These are simple. You can guess even without calculation. Let us see how to calculate. Okay. Shall I erase this? Okay, children. Now, 1/3 of 18. Can you tell me what is 1/3 of 18? 1/3. Don't panic saying of, because we know what of means. It's multiplication into 18. If you want, you can write 18 by 1. Now, again, you can either multiply the numerators and denominators. Sometimes it becomes very, very large, children. So that's the reason always simplify. So 3 ones, 3 6 times. I told you denominator of this with the numerator of the next fraction. Okay, but you can't do numerators and denominators of the same fraction. Okay, so 6 into 1 is 6. 1 into 1 is 1. That is 6. Okay, now suppose I have half of, one more example. Suppose I have half of 2, 3 by 4. No problem. Half. Tell me what is of? Of is multiplication. Is it not? So 4 2s 8. 8 plus 3, 11 by 4. Okay. We have 4 2s 8 plus 3, 11 by 4. Now, first try to see if you can cancel anything, if you can simplify these fractions. If not, you have no choice. You have to multiply numerator with numerator and denominator with denominator. Now, please children, do not cancel 2 and 4. I told you we cannot cancel denominator with denominator or numerator with numerator. You can cancel this way or cross way, but not denominators and numerators. So, what we can do here is 1 into 11 is 11. 2 into 4 is 8. Again, this is improper, is it not? So, 8 ones 8, 3 by 8. Children, I hope all of you followed how to operate when there is of, that is OA. Of represents multiplication. Okay, now let us see how to multiply a fraction with another fraction. Okay, you can have any number of fractions, children. The rule is the same. Multiply all the numerators, multiply all the denominators. But before that, see wherever you can cancel and make the fractions as simple as possible. Otherwise, you will get huge products, huge numerators and huge denominators. So, to avoid that, simplify. Okay, now, I hope you have copied. Please copy it. Children, if you've understood how to multiply whole number into fraction, let's move on to the product of fraction and another fraction. The rules remain the same. So I have given you here 9 by 13 and 11 by 18. Both are fractions. Now, we have already learned how to simplify, is it not? So without simplifying, if you are doing, the rule is multiply the numerators and the denominators. But like I said, you will get huge numerators and denominators which will be difficult for you to simplify later. So let's first simplify That is, cancel 9 ones and 9 twos. Okay. Now check if you can further simplify. If you cannot, what is the rule? 1 into 11 is 11 and 13 into 2 is 26. So, since 11 and 26 are co-primes, you cannot further cancel. So, that is the answer. Okay. Now, look at the next one. Now, in your next problem, you have 4 2 by 3 into 5 by 8 into 2 1 4. Now, let's see how to go about doing this problem. Now, 3 into 4 is 12 plus 2 is 14 by 3. You can do, children. Next one is 5 by 8 and then we have 9 by 4. Check if you got the same thing. So, here what does the rule say? Multiply the numerators and then the denominators. But before that, we have now learned how to simplify our problem and then multiply. Okay, now see what you can simplify here. Check first the same fractions. If not, check if you can cancel with the other fractions. Now you can see here, we can cancel 3 ones and 3 threes. Agreed? Next, you can cancel 14 with either 8 or with 4. You can choose any one. Okay, so we can do 2 4s and 2 7s. Now, see if you can cancel anything else. If not, write whatever is left in the numerator and what is there in the denominator. Okay. Yeah. So now we have 7 into 5 into 3 and 1 into 4 into 4. So here you can group 5 and 3. So 15 into 7 is 105 by 16. That is, now you can see they are again co-primes. So you cannot further cancel. If we can, we could have seen here itself. Okay, so the answer is, put it in mixed form, 16 6 96, 9 remainder and 16. So 6 9 by 16 is your answer. Okay, please check if you've already done. Look at this problem. Again, they are all in mixed form. We have to convert it into improper. Start doing, children. How do you do? 9 5s 45 plus 4 49 by 9. Multiplication sign. Okay. Multiplied by 15 plus 3 is 18 by 5 into 29 by 7. Again, I am repeating, children. If you follow the rule and multiply all the numerators and denominators, imagine the huge product that you are going to get. But instead, let us simplify. Okay, can you think how to do this? Yes? What about 9 and 18? 9 ones, 9 twos, 18. Okay, I hope you are all trying in your books. Then you have 7 ones, 7 sevens. Okay, now you check if you can cancel further. You can't, is it not? So you are left with 7 into 2 into 29 in the numerator and 1 into 5 into 1 in the denominator. Clear? So, what is 7 into 2? 14. Then 29 into 14, You want to check? 29 into 14 is 6, 11, and then you have 29. So 604. So now in the numerator you have 406. In the denominator you have 5. Okay. So now you cannot further cancel. You can write this in the mixed form. So 5 8s 40. 5 1s 5. 1 remainder and 5. Children, I hope you all followed how to multiply a fraction with another fraction. So let's conclude this part of the video here. Okay.